Welcome to another episode of the WAY2POD podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, enjoy the video. Let us know what you think. So, we're going to get right into it. So, the Diddy video. So, I want to say back in 2016, this alleged assault happened. And in the video, you can clearly see Cassie's not running out, she's walking out, hoodie on, bag in her hand, trying to walk out of the hotel. Diddy runs out of his room, runs through a hallway in a towel, holding the towel very tightly, runs, sees Cassie, throws her on the ground, one hand throws her on the ground. Then you can see him putting his foot in her face, kicking her on the ground, throwing things on her on the ground. And then you can see him literally dragging her like a rag doll back into the room, back into the hotel. And there's later videos that show him yelling, screaming at her, throwing things at her. And once again, this is all alleged things because he wasn't arrested for this. He hasn't been convicted of it. We just had the video of it, but it's alleged that these things happen. So, Chris, let me get your thoughts, brother.
I'm gonna take my shades off for this topic, man, because it's a heavy topic, and I do want to take it serious. Actually, I would like to, actually hear your thoughts first, if you don't mind. Truth be told, because I don't, like I said, I want to take this super serious, and so I know I have like strong emotions about it, but I would love to hear what you thought about it when you saw it.
I think when I seen the video, I was disgusted. It was deplorable. It was something that I just couldn't unsee. And it was something where you have a dude, high influence, billionaire, saying time after time again that these allegations are fake. I would never do something like this. The truth is going to come out, saying all these things, right? But then, like, he settles with Cassie a day later with the settlement, $35 million. But then this video comes out. So this video shows him doing these things, and it's just like, wow. If he lied about doing this, can we only imagine what things he has done that haven't been videotaped, haven't been brought to light? Like, your mind can kind of deduce millions and millions of things, right? So I think with Diddy, he deserves everything that's coming to him. Now, I will say this: people will say, "Oh, well, he didn't say Cassie's name." Oh, we'll talk about the apology video. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, yeah, I was disgusted, bro. I was disgusted, and I feel like he's a person that every negative thing that's gonna come to him needs to come to him 100 times fold, because it's at this point where this guy is getting away with doing deplorable things to individuals and using his power and authority to get away with it. Now, what people don't know, and I'll say this one thing and I'll pass it to you, the reason why the video was not released is because he paid the hotel $50,000 to not release the video, to confiscate it. And the reason why it was released, because the feds got it, they picked it up, and somebody allegedly leaked the video. So that's how they got it. That's the only reason the video came about. It would have never came out of light if the feds weren't able to raid his homes, get the videos, somebody in the FBI or wherever leaked the video, and then here's how we come into possession of it. So I'll let you go.
Appreciate that for sure. And I second every single thing that you said. The video was super, super triggering, in so many different ways. And we don't know this dude. We don't know him from a can of paint. Obviously, running across him would be like a once in a lifetime type of thing. But
Right.
To see and to witness, somebody who is almost twice this person's age, so there's already that factor of it that you could be this person's parent and this is how you're behaving. On top of the fact that there was no there was no sense of thought or no sense of like just like time being taken or just thoroughly thinking through anything as opposed to just instantly acting.
Right.
It was extremely disturbing, extremely triggering. Um, it was hard to watch, and it instantly, as like you in these situations when somebody makes allegations against you, you obviously like I don't think that it's fair or right to like question somebody or um bash somebody in terms of their character just
Right.
because they make an allegation against somebody that for whatever reason may seem so beyond the realm of what you think this person is capable of. But when you actually take the time out to think like why would somebody just accuse somebody of this particular thing and to just chalk it up to just simply being about money, like to me that doesn't make the most sense. And so like clearly we didn't as a public, like as the public, we didn't give this woman enough actual support in terms of what
Right.
she had alleged about this individual. And so now it takes for us to have to see it
You
and
see it.
witness it just to actually like corroborate or like actually validate what it is that she had been saying,
Right.
you know? And so like it was horrific, man. I felt like terrible for her as a woman, especially like as a man. Like we all have women in our lives. Like we
Absolutely.
all have a mom. We all have sisters and cousins, and you was just talking about your cousin and your with nieces, you know what I'm saying, and daughters, obviously, right? Like,
Yep. Yep.
and so like, to think that like, to think that this, I mean, we know that domestic violence is a thing. Like I've been in situations personally, and I haven't always handled myself the I haven't always handled myself how I would ideally like to as a man. I can be honest and say that. But to to consciously like just go out there and with no care, no thought whatsoever, just complete reckless abandon with as many cameras in the world watching you and nothing but a towel and socks, go out, chase behind this young lady, drag her down by her neck, and then not just stop there, but then proceed to continue to assault her,
Yep.
to to kick her like she's a man,
Yep.
to do her like we would do another man on the
Yep.
street. You putting your hands on her like she your size,
Mm-hmm.
and then still dragging her back to the room. Lord only knows whatever took place behind that door. So I
Yep.
know we gotta say alleged, right? We
Yeah.
gotta say alleged because you know for legality purposes and all that stuff. But let's be serious. You know what I mean? Like let's be for real. So it's like I said, it's super triggering, man. Like I said, it takes me back to times where I've been involved in toxic situations and made me have to self reflect on how I handled myself in those situations because
Yep.
you 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 just never ever ever want to find yourself in that predicament where you have to look at yourself as a man and question who you are as a man. It's no way I don't know that man. I don't know Diddy from a can of paint, but I can't imagine how he looks himself in the mirror as a man, knowing that that's how you are treating women, treating females. And I mean, if that's how you doing, if that, I watched that video and I said, man, that ain't the first time he didn't hit that girl.
No.
Like that ain't the first time he put his hands on that girl. That ain't the first
No.
time he he assaulted that girl. And so I was shocked, man. I was shocked. Like I literally was at a loss for words because the allegations were one thing, and I'm guilty of not, like I said, giving more empathy to this young lady when this stuff came out. But the allegations was one thing, but to actually witness and have to watch like it actually unfold and take place, and then like you said, for him to had previously gone out his way to say that everything that was alleged against him was false.
Mm-hmm.
He went out his way to do that. He went out of his way to make it known that time will reveal all, insinuating that he had done nothing wrong.
Yep.
Only for a week or whatever later, 2 weeks, 3, whatever it is later, for you to have to literally look yourself and the world in the face and acknowledge that you a despicable dude, and you behaved in a very reckless and very like pathetic manner.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't mean to be all long winded, man, but like that one, I sat on it, especially when because I figured we was going to have to talk about it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, like, I hate that we even had to. Like, it was probably the one time where I genuinely wasn't looking forward to having that talk, because I'm just like, it's, and again, I don't know him from a can of, we don't know Diddy, like, we never would know Diddy, but like, just still, like, it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody, and you watch that and you just like, disgusting. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like you said, man. Like with that, when the allegations came out with the lawsuit, like the stuff that was said in it was just like, whoa, no, ain't no way this was like actually happening. So it kind of, this video gives credence to like everything she said being truthful. Everything she said and mentioned did happen, because if this thing happened, and then, like you said in the video, it looked like he done this before, we can give a little credence to what she alleged with all the other things that may or may not have happened. We can give it a little benefit, but let's pivot, because he did apologize, and I'm gonna see.